So hey everyone, long time no see. I was watching something on YouTube earlier. Let me tell you, last week I had it rough. It was a rough week for me. And if y'all are wondering why my gap is so big and why y'all could see the spaces in my bottom teeth, I no longer have retainers. So at one point I was feeling confident, like, hey, the next time I see the dentist, I want him to start from here, which was tray number 8 from the last set of corrections. So I threw out all the others, and guess what happened after? I lost the eighth tray that I was using to just keep place of my teeth until I saw the dentist. And now he won't call me back. So yeah, my teeth are coming apart again, but whatever. So back to what I was initially going to speak about. I had a rough week last week, and it was due to the fact that, someone from the past keeps trying to insert themselves into my life, and I don't want any insertion. I don't want any disruptions from anybody I do not speak to. If you're not in my life at the present time, you are not meant to be there. So um yeah, I had to, take matters into my own hands and go to the courts and request a restraining order. It is that bad, and in doing so I had basically an emotional breakdown, because when you do request a restraining order, you have to write why. So in giving my explanation, which was I think 3 pages, 2.5 to 3 pages, yeah, it triggered a lot of stuff from the past for me, a lot of things I don't speak about, a lot of things I sort of just pushed, buried them deep down, and just went on about my life. But yeah, I'm tired of, people not respecting my boundaries. I am not a child, I am an adult, and when I tell you to stop, I want you to stop. So the one thing I don't like is to have to repeat myself, especially if I think I'm being ignored. Um, and if I think you are ignoring me because you think that I'm eventually going to give in to whatever it is, uh, we have conflicting views or opinions or desires on. Um, I'm very resilient. If I say I want something and I made up in my mind that that's what I want, that is what I want. So, boundaries, y'all. I never had them. I never had them for the longest time. Like I've said many times, I grew up as a sad child, shy, had a lot of, traumatic experiences from very early. Yeah, and I think that sort of is where I developed my mistrust of the world and people. And so I sort of just, went inside within and stayed in that place for a very long time. My teenage years came along and it never got any better. Got pregnant, got kicked out, was homeless, was in a relationship that did me absolutely no good. And when I finally left, that was that. I moved on with my life, tried to create a better life for my children and myself, which has worked, but someone's trying to creep back from the past, and I'm not having it. I've worked very hard to be where I am right now, and that is working, um, you know, mentally, I'm in a very good space. Let me tell you, you could practically say I'm supposed to be a little bit crazy. I'm supposed to be a little bit crazy and a little bit off based on some of the nonsense I went through being younger. Like, I'm supposed to be the meanest, grumpiest, saddest. What else? I don't know. Anything you could add a S to, that's supposed to be me. But I worked very hard on my emotions, um, just on my overall well being, so that I am not those things, okay, in my opinion. Because I had someone tell me the other day, actually, that when they first met me, they thought I was a bitch. But it wasn't that I was a bitch. I recognize that they weren't respecting my boundaries, right? And like I said, I don't want to repeat myself. So if you are trying to push something on me and I'm saying, no, I'm not interested, that's not what I want, and you continue and continue, then yeah, I'm going to be a bitch, because if that's all you're going to understand, that's exactly what you're going to get. Now, after this long spiel, I remember 2021, I said I was going to counseling. I literally had like three over the phone sessions, and I never went back because I didn't really think that the psychotherapist was very effective. She was kind of just affirming everything I was saying. And I'm like, I don't need affirmations, I do those on my own. So, I have really decent benefits at work, and part of those benefits gets me um therapy, or like a counselor or psychologist. So I was researching while I was on my way home, and I decided I'm going to actually book an appointment where I can go visit somebody and just talk about my experiences. Now, let me tell you, two people are going to be very happy at this news. I call them thing one and thing two, which are my children, because let me tell you, every single time, every single time, every single time, because they know quite a bit because I've spoken to them about it. But now they don't want to hear me bring up my past anymore. Every single time I have brought up something, either about my mother or their father, or something they know I experienced, they're like, okay, 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 girl, okay, okay, and they'll stop. So when they say that, that is my hint that, hey, I don't want to hear no more of this. My oldest has started to ask me, did you book an appointment with a therapist? Which I'm laughing now, but it's unfortunate. I had to be real honest with my kids so they know what the expectations are, growing up as young adults, into young women, into teenagers. I had to set them straight. I said, listen, this is what happened to me. I don't expect it to happen to you, and this is how we're going to go about it. So they know the life story, immigrating, getting pregnant, and quite a bit of the BS that happened with that. So I'm happy to say that, they've managed to stay on the right path, but for the most part, they don't want to hear me talk about it anymore. They've had enough. So yeah, I'm going to be really and officially going to see a psychotherapist.